Okay, so excuse my dancing, guys. Just had to get that out the way because that song has been my jam lately. I feel like Drake wrote that shit about me. But anyway, this isn't one of those videos, you know, where I'm looking for a pity party and I want people to feel sorry for me and it's like, oh my gosh, and you have to gas me up in the comments. This is not what this video is for. For one, I want you guys to know that no matter what I look like, how you perceive me, I am a person that has flaws. I have many, and there's things about myself that I'm trying to change. Which goes into my second reason why I'm doing this, is because there are things that I want to fix about myself. I want to be a confident, happier person, and I cannot do that unless I change the things that are really holding me back. So I'm kind of using this video as documenting this so that I can look back on this from the future and see the things that I've changed and accomplished and things I got over, and hopefully I get to the top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs pyramid. Like, I want to have self-awareness. But I'm gonna try to make this video as short as I can. It might be long, so if you're getting ready or you're working out or I don't know, getting ready for work, getting ready for school, getting ready for your day, or just laying down and chilling and you have about 15 minutes, because I'm sure that's how long this video is gonna be, to waste, then go ahead and play this for like background and do what you're doing. Anyway, the first thing is I overanalyze things. I am a worrywart and I like to play the what if game. So I overanalyze everything. I'm the kind of person that'll have a conversation with somebody and be like, oh my god, I hope I wasn't keeping them. I hope I'm not boring them. I hope they're not sick of me. Oh, I hope they like me. Oh, well, what if I said something wrong that probably offended them? I am one of those people that worry about everything. I am so hypersensitive. I also do that with things like bills, like just anything. Even if I know I have the money, I'm just like, oh, I hope I pay this in time. I hope it gets done. I am one of those people, and I seriously need to chill. Like, I need to tone it down because that is one of my biggest downfalls, but I'm working on it because you can't be happy if you're constantly worried about something. And then I play the what if game and that just destroys me because I'm like, what if this person doesn't like me? Well, what if I'm too much? And I'm making it worse on myself by even making that an option. The second thing is I have to have a constant sense of self-control. And I don't mean this by control over others. I'm not that kind of person. I just mean control over things in my life, my behavior, what I'm doing. So if I don't have control, I feel like everything is falling apart, especially if something goes negative or south. And sometimes I have to tell myself it's okay to not have control. And just because I don't have control doesn't mean it's gonna be complete chaos. But that is just how my mind thinks. If I cannot control a situation that I'm in or something that I'm doing or my behavior, I start to believe that it just goes negative. But sometimes that needs to happen to learn, right? So that's another thing that I need to fix about myself, and that's another thing that I dislike about myself. Number 3, I do not allow myself to mourn or heal. I distract myself from it or bury it. It consumes me from the inside. Now this one is super deep, you guys, okay? Take a sip of wine. But this one is super deep because I don't allow myself to heal. I have traumatic experiences and I try to bury them, and recently with what I've been dealing with, this is the first time in my life where I've been comfortable kind of crying or comfortable having breakdown moments. Because a lot of the times when something traumatic happens, I put on this face and I'll even try to be positive on social media, like take all these pictures. Like, I want everyone to think I'm happy even though I'm going through things. I don't want them to see me fall apart, especially my enemies. So I'm one of those people that has to, you know, that wears a mask when I'm going through things, and on the inside I am holding back hella tears, or I just know I'm gonna fall apart when I get home. But it's something that I have put a lot of time and patience into working on, so yeah, that one's been getting a lot better. Number 4, I feel like I have okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I feel like I have slight Asperger's. I find it hard to exchange emotion with others, especially strangers. So I wait tables, I work in makeup, and one of the things is I am so bad at this. Like, I'll go to a table and they'll be really happy and they'll be smiling and they're like, hi, and I'm just looking at them like, why are you smiling at me? I have to stop myself from doing this. And it's not even just smiling, but sometimes it'll be people that are upset, and I have to kind of be like, should I also be upset? Should I be concerned? I don't know, it's so weird. It's like I'm lost when other people that I don't know enough to care about. That sounds so horrible, but when I'm faced with that, I just don't know how to deal with that. But I say Asperger's is because I have trouble relaying my emotions to people that I'm not comfortable around, or it's like I don't understand how. So it's really hard. I guess this would be 5. I am too caring and I feel as though I can't say no. I let other people like run me. Sometimes I do that. Am I a pushover? I feel like no, I'm not a pushover. But when I say this, I am caring. I can be a caring person. Now this is to people that are close to me or people I want to be close to. I'm just like, what do you need? What do you need to talk about? I'll be there. I'll help you. Like, I'm just one of those people that care so much. Like, as people, sometimes we worry about ourselves too much, and it's always important to like look outside of yourself and take care of someone, especially someone that's important to you, or someone you want to be important to, and show them that you're nurturing and caring and be there for them. Because growing up, I did not have that as much as I wanted to, or on the type of level that I do for others, and some other people might not. And so I like to be the person they can come to when they need that. So I am a little bit of an over carer, I guess. And sometimes I care for people who might not care for me that way, and then I get hurt. This would be 6. I am a giver. I give too much to people who haven't earned it. This is one of my biggest problems, especially when it comes to men. I am very good at making people a priority. Once again, it goes back to like childhood, and because I've never been a priority to someone, or the things that I'm interested in have never been a priority to someone, and I'm kind of used to that. And as bad as that sounds, and so even if someone doesn't treat me that way or treat me like I'm a priority, I still want them to feel like they're important to me. It does suck when you can kind of start to feel that the other person, whether friend, family, or whatever, doesn't feel the same way. And so, but I just feel like it's like story of my life. That's something that's very, very hard for me to just go cold turkey on and stop, because I am such a giver. I want someone to be loved the way they want to be loved. We all have different affirmations, whether it's touch, praise, gift giving, whatever it is that the person likes, I will figure it out and I will do that. Like I said, I'm one of those people that lacks support growing up, and if you're a person around me that doesn't have that, I'm like, I'll be that for you. Like, but I need to chill and like tone it down. I know what I'm worth, I know what I can do, but I also feel like people need to earn it, because sometimes I give and give and give, and that person might not have done anything to deserve that. And so I'm working on that as well. What is this? I think this is 7. Okay, my appearance does not match my heart. I am a juicy contradiction. I like that. I think that's from like the Starburst commercials or something. Like, I work with makeup, and this isn't saying anything about the people that I work with or anything. I don't know all the makeup artist names. I am not big into that. I'm not super big into fashion. I'm not super big into like certain makeup products. I'm a cheap person. So when I'm around those types of people, I can't have the conversations I would like to have. Like, I like to have conversations about video games. I like to have conversations about in-depth things, space, aliens, documentaries, just all kinds of things, and you won't get that if you only see my appearance. You'll think I'm a certain way. I feel like I attract more of like materialistic kind of people because the way I look, and I have so much more underneath my skin. Like, I'm such an awkward, weird person. I'm super cheap, super low maintenance. When I tell you I'm so awkward and corny, I am so awkward. So if you think I'm just like got it all, never had to work for anything, just care too much about my appearance, you got me all wrong. Makeup is like art to me. Oh, and that's another thing, like drawing, painting, like, there's just so much stuff about me beneath the surface, and if you were to judge me by the way I looked, you would be completely wrong. And a lot of people do that and put me in a certain group or a certain circle, and then when I try to be with the other people that match me on the inside, they're like, you want to hang out with us? Why do you have so much in common with us? I can't believe you're like this. And I'm like, well, yeah, I just look a certain way. That's not something that I'm really willing to change. So this one, I guess, doesn't really count that way, but it is something that I don't like because it does cause problems. I hate when people, because I look a certain way, want to talk to me or want to be my friend or want to be around me, and then we have nothing in common. My values and everything are so different and my interests are so different. So I often feel like the one out of the group or the oddball, you know, I always feel like that person. So I'm never like in the clique. I never fit in. I like to be completely alone. I like my space. I like my quiet time. I feel like it's my time to focus and regroup, and that's when I'm most creative and I'm lost in my own thoughts and I feel safely. And the only time that I am just completely, utterly serene is when I'm alone. And then I also feel that if I'm boring others or if I'm not getting the reaction from others that I want, or the attention back from when I want something or even want to be friends or family or whoever, spouse, whoever, I retreat and then I just want to be alone, and then that's when I start worrying, and that's when it gets bad. So it goes back to my number one. I start worrying, I start overanalyzing, but at the same time, it lets me be creative. Like I do have a sense of control during that time. So it's kind of a love-hate. When I'm alone, it could be completely detrimental or it could end up being something beautiful, but if I paint, probably pissed off or mad. So yeah, I need to get out more and stop being such a hermit, and I'm working on that too, because I only have very, very, very few close friends. Like I can count on one hand, maybe half a hand. So I'm gonna work on that. Another thing is I need constant reassurance. Okay guys, you might not know this, but I am not confident, and I have to work on that. The way I've been raised, some of the people I've been around, is people wake up and just one day they just don't care about you, or people will get mad at you and they treat you like you don't exist to them anymore, and it hurts. Like that hurts me so deep, and that's why I need reassurance. And I'm just like, I'm one of those people that's like, do you like me? Do you like me? Do you like me? Do you still want to be my friend? Well, are you sure? Like, do you promise? Are you for real? Like, do you really mean this? I am that person, because I felt like I've wasted so much time around people that don't care about me, or that woke up feeling different, or make it seem like I am so disposable. And that's a horrible thing to feel as a human being. No one wants to feel disposable. No one wants to feel like they're not important, feel like, I feel neglected without reassurance, but I'm gonna fix that. Okay, so my last one, so this video is not too long, is I am not sure how to handle comfort, praise, support, and especially of my accomplishments. So once again, goes back to my childhood and stuff. I'm not one of those people that heard, wow, you did such a great job, you are a good person, you know, what you're doing is amazing. Anything like that, I've never kind of heard, like, not praise, not like, oh, I completely support you. I've never heard that, and I've never gotten that support. It's very rare that I get support for something that I do. Like, even as far as my channel goes, like, my brothers, or especially my little brother Van, hi Van, watches my channel, but as far as everybody else, I never feel like what I do is something to be accomplished. And so when someone comes to me, it's like, wow, you've done such a great job, look at where you are, look at what you've done by yourself. I'm like, what do you mean? Because like, I don't know how to just be like, thank you, because I feel like if I say it, I don't genuinely mean it, and I'm confused because I've never really felt that. I want to make sure anybody around me and everybody around me, they don't ever have to feel like they don't have support, or ever have to feel like no one's cheering for them. Like, that's the worst feeling ever. And growing up and feeling that, like, nothing that you do is important, or not having people back you, or just not even that, but it's just like there's no attention towards my goals, or no attention towards the way I feel. It's very hard to deal with. So that, and then comfort, praise, and comfort is another thing. I'm used to crying, and I cry alone. I'm used to dealing with stuff, and I deal with it alone. Let me call you. Let me call you is the biggest thing ever. Like, me and my sister are super close, and she's the only one that will be like, you're going through stuff, you're hurting, let me call you. And sometimes I feel like even just a phone call can like save someone's life, or save someone's peace of mind, or their security. And if you like me, call me. Like, seriously, like, just call me, because that means, and I understand people have anxiety about phone calls because I'm one of them and I don't like to answer the phone, but to know that you're willing to reach out to me in a time of need and listen to my voice instead of, you know, going back and forth through message, and you can't read emotion through text, that's such a big thing. That's a very important thing. FaceTime, Skype, calling, it makes me feel like someone actually cares, and then again I'm getting that reassurance. They're reserving space and time and making me a priority. So yeah, calling me is a huge thing. Asking me if I'm okay, checking up on me, that's a big thing. That's very rare. I don't get that, so I'm not sure how to react towards it all the time, but just know on the inside, if you reach out to me, that is like huge brownie points. Okay, so anyway, this video is like already too long. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you feel or any of these things resonate with you, leave me a comment. Let's talk about it. But I plan on doing a few more videos like this in the future, but I think that this gives you guys a better idea. And like I said, it's not to feel bad for me. It's just something that I really want to talk about, because my channel is one of the few places where I can actually be myself, or where anybody could get to know me. Because unless we're super close, you would never know any of these things about me. So yeah, my channel is my safe space. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, leave me a comment. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.